Hello? Hi, hello. Hi. Load? Alright, third day. Ba-ba-da-bee-da-dee-da-da-do-do-dee-da-da-da-da-do. Alright. Oh, red. I'm in a fire. Collapsed buildings and burning people. No matter how far I run, the scenery is always red. This is a vision of 10 years ago. A memory of the distance past. I haven't remembered in a while. I run through it, as if recreating the scene. There's no escape even though I know it's a dream. I run, keep running. In the end, where I end up is how I'm saved after running out of energy. Eh? I wake up with a bad feeling. I feel like a metal weight is inside my chest. I feel like my forehead and I feel my forehead and find that I'm sweating a lot, even though it's winter. Oh, it's already this late. It's already past 6 o'clock, is it? From the kitchen I can hear the sound of the kitchen knife cutting something. Sakura is early as usual. There's no time to be impressed. I have to get ready quickly and go help fix breakfast. Okay. Hello. Shiro, what are you gonna do today? Will you be working this afternoon because it's Saturday? No, I don't have work today. I think I'll be doing something with Isi. Why? Oh, nothing. I just hoped you might come and find me at the dojo today. I'm in a pinch this month. Hmm? In a pinch? What is? My wallet? I'd be really happy if someone made me lunch. I refuse. It's your own fault, so you should skip a meal once in a while. Heh. I'm not expecting anything from Shiro. The only one I'm depending on is Sakura-chan, right, Sakura-chan? Yes, if you don't mind having the same lunch as me, I can prepare one. Yep, fine. Let's eat lunch together today then. Breakfast continues as usual. Today, along with the usual, there's smeared lotus rooted with chicken. I don't think she has to make anything this elaborate for breakfast, but I think she made a lot of it to take for lunch too. Sakura is a member of the archery club, and Fujini is in charge of the archery club. It's natural for them to share lunches. Oh yeah, Shiro, you were late this morning. Did something happen? Fujini looks at me as sipping her miso soup. Geez, she's usually slow, but she gets sharp only at times like this. I had a dream about my past. I just woke up grouchy, that's all. I see, nothing unusual. I'm relieved. Fujini ends the conversation like she's not interested. I'm not worried at all about it either, so I shouldn't get mad about it. 10 years ago, I used to have nightmares back when I couldn't get the fight out of my mind. But I saw less of it as time passed and I'm well over it now, that I can let it aside even after dreaming about it. But I guess it was pretty bad back then, since Fujini has been here since that time. She's sensitive to my change. Shiro, are you not hungry? You don't happen to have no appetite this morning, right? I am hungry, I'm fine, so don't try to take my food using my dream as an excuse. Man, I'm glad you've gotten so strong. But personally, I wish you were more delicate. That's my line. I wish you'd be more sweet. We make fun of each other without looking at each other. That proves my liveliness and Fujini laughs with relief. Heh. To be honest, I'm glad she's worrying. But she'll be elated if I thank her, so I'll act like I'm discontented. Not knowing the circumstances, Sakura looks puzzled at the way we're acting. Da ba ba da dum. After Fujini leaves, we lock the house and leave. Okay. Hello, Sakura. Senpai, I won't be able to come and help out from tonight until Monday, is that alright? Hmm? That's alright. It's the weekend anyway, you should be hanging out with your friends, so don't worry about it. Huh? No, that's not it. It's not like that. It's just a personal errand. I'll be attending the club too, so you can come to the dojo if anything comes up. I'm not going up to play because it's the weekend, so please don't misunderstand me. Sakura's acting suspicious and she looks very tense. I don't know why, but I guess she just means she can't come over this weekend. Okay, I'll go to the dojo if something comes up. Okay. Yes, it'll make me happy if you do so. Sakura looks relieved. And when she looks down, her face suddenly stiffens. Senpai, your hand. My hand? Sakura's staring at my left hand. Looking down at it, it's bleeding. Huh? I pull at my sleeve. There's certainly blood there. What's this? Maybe I cut it while fixing something last night. But it doesn't hurt at all. There's just a little welt on there. The welt goes straight from my shoulder down to the hand. The hand, and it looks kind of like a small snake running from my shoulder to my hand. Well, I don't feel any pain, so it should go away quickly. Don't worry, it's nothing. Yes, if you say so. Okay. Perhaps she's feeling bad from seeing the blood as Sakura looks away and falls silent. Okay. I leave Sakura, who has art club activities, and head to the school building. The schoolyard is full of spirited students running around. But still, there's something oddly wrong here. The school is like it always is. The students at morning practice are lively and the new school building is spotless. Maybe it's just my imagination. It's the circle, but when I close my eyes the air completely changes. The school building is covered with stains like membranes, and the students running around the schoolyard seem like empty dolls. Maybe I'm just tired. I shake my head to clear it. I head to the lifeless building. Yeah, it's because of the thingy on top of the roof. School ends on Saturdays. Class ends before noon, and after I finish helping EC, the sun is starting to set. Well, let's head home. I pack up and leave my classroom. Okay. And then... Hello. Oh, you're still here, Emiya. Oh, it's you. I bumped into Shinji. There were a couple of girls behind him, being rowdy. I kind of forgot your face. You were still here even though you had nothing to do. Oh yeah. You were sticking up for the student council again, right? I envy you. You can get good reports from the school without doing any club activities. I'm not helping the student council. It's only natural for a student to fix the school equipment, right? After all, we're the ones using them. Heh, keep talking like that. For you, everything is natural. Didn't I tell you that I hate how you act like a good kid? Sorry, I don't remember that. I thought that was just that sort of thing you say, so I didn't really notice it. Heh, fine. Then you're going to fix everything at the school? Fixing everything would be impossible. The most I can do is take care of things. Alright then, do me a favor. Our club is in kind of a mess right now. It's a bit disorientated, and some of the bows need strings attached. If you have time, can you do that too? You used to be a member, don't just stick to the student council, and be useful to us sometimes as well. What, senpai, didn't Fujini sensei tell you to do that? That's right, you'll be scolded tomorrow if you don't do it properly. But the shop will close if I start cleaning now. It's fine if he does it, right? I don't know, besides an outsider wouldn't know how. Are you sure Shinji said he used to be in the archery club, so we can let him do it? Are these like the girls around him? They're getting rowdy around behind Shinji. It seems they're in the archery club, but they must be members that Shinji recruited recently, as I don't know them. I'll leave it to you then. The key's in the usual place, so go ahead. You don't mind, right, Emiya? No, I have some free time, so this isn't a bad thing to do once in a while. Are you a magus? Haha, thanks. Let's go, everyone. He says he'll do the boring chores for us. Oh wait, senpai. Oh yeah. Please take care of the cleaning, senpai. Maybe he is. Probably not, actually. The cleaning ends quite easily as I know the place well. It took a while as it is quite big, but it was fun cleaning the place I used till a year and a half ago. I picked up a bow thinking it might be okay to shoot just once, but since it wasn't mine I decided not to. If I ever want to, I could just bring my own bow and come here. But there are so many more common bows now. There was only one when I was in my first year. Common based bows are good, unlike wood and plastic bows. But the biggest problem is the price, and they're not something we can buy with the club's budget. Back then Shinji was the only one using it, and are the new members rich too? What a waste, you can modify a wooden bow a lot more. Well, I guess that's personal taste right there. When I look at the clock, it's way past curfew. It's a little after 7 o'clock. The gate should be closed by now, so there's no reason to rush now. But still, was this dojo always this dirty? There are loads of places that look unkept. Well, Another hour or two won't matter now that I've done this much. I've started, so I'll finish the job. It's night. Well, it was already dark out earlier, but it's darker. The wind is blowing. It's so cold that my cheeks are getting numb. Fuyuki City isn't usually cold during the winter, but it is cold tonight of all nights. My breath hangs around as a white cloud. I wrap up my body to hold off the cold. No wonder it's dark. The moon's behind the clouds. There's no light in the sky when I look up. Because of these strong winds, the clouds are moving fast. It's past curfew and there's no sign of life in the empty school. It seems this place is filled only with chill, as it's all silent. Just now, I think I heard something. I do hear something. Is it coming from the school grounds? This night, I must have been curious about the sound that broke the silence. To investigate it, I find myself heading there, even though somehow know that I mustn't. I get to the schoolyard. People? Well, they only look like that from a distance. It's dark tonight with It's a dark night with no light. If I want to know more, I'll have to go closer to the schoolyard. I can hear the sound louder now. It's a sound of metal hitting metal. That must mean someone is fighting with weapons there. That's stupid. What the hell am I thinking? I dismiss the image from my mind with a bitter smile and walk on. At that time, maybe my instincts notice the danger as I hate myself as I approach. I don't know if this is fortunate or not, but anyway, when I get by the tree that is big enough to hide myself, I'll take a closer look at the source of the sounds. My mind stops completely. Who are these guys? What the? There's something strange there. A man in red and a man in blue. They are dangerously armed, and as their ominous appearance suggests, they are actually slashing at each other. I'm guessing you can't just walk past. I can't understand. I can't follow them with my eyes. My brain does not work properly faced with their impossible movements. With the kind of the weapons tell me they're trying to kill each other. I just knew immediately when I saw them. They're not human. They are probably just things that look like humans. I can tell, not because I'm learning magic. Anyone would realize they're not human. After all, humans can't move like that. So they're something no one should associate with. I can feel their murderous intent even from a distance. I'm going to die. My body understands faster than my brain that I will definitely die if I stay here. That's why my heart is racing so fast. As a living thing like them, I sense that they're living things made only to kill. They're using weapons made only to kill. I remember the murder yesterday. They said the family was killed with some sort of weapon like a sword. I shouldn't watch any longer. But my body won't follow my commands and I can't even breathe. My mind wants to run away, but my judgment tells me I'll be seen the moment I run away. More than the conflict within me, my body is just numb. Even though I'm over 40 meters away, I can't breathe properly, and it's like I have a spear pointed right at my back. The sound stops. The figures separate and stand facing each other. The moment I feel relief at the end of the battle, I sense an even stronger intention to kill. My heart stops. The numbness in my body becomes convulsions, and I clench my teeth to try and hold my trembling body. What the hell is he? An overwhelming amount of magical energy is flowing into the guy in blue. Kiyosuke showed me once what it's like to draw in magical energy from the surroundings. It was a beautiful magic that impressed even an amateur like me. But that thing is different, as even the simple task of drinking water could seem ugly if it goes too far. What he is doing is just so excessive that anyone with knowledge of magical energy would hate it. He's going to die. The guy in red is going to die. It's a blow with that much concentrated magical energy. There's no way he'll be able to survive. He'll die. He's not a human, so something really like a human will die. That's something I can just ignore. Yeah, you can. Just walk off. That doubt takes my mind off of them. The binds on my body disappear, and the instant I take a deep breath. Who's there? The guy in the blue stares at me. Who's hiding? The blue guy's body sinks. Just that motion tells me that I'm his target now. My legs start running automatically. I find reasons that it is an action to escape death, and I put all the energy into my body into running away. Yeah. I don't know how fast I ran, but before I know it, I'm in the school building. How stupid of me. I regret my actions, panting heavily. I should have run into town to get away. What am I doing, fleeing to such a desert place? And a school of all things. Isn't there some better place to hide than here? Anyway, why do I think I'll be killed if I don't escape? Ha 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 ha. My heart aches from running so much. Turning around, I can sense nothing pursuing me. The only sound is in the air is the sound of my footsteps. Ha ha. So I can finally rest. I stop my feet, unable to take another step. Send oxygen to my pumping heart. I look up to finally realize that I'm safe. Man, what was that? Am I gonna get hit? I recall the scene from earlier while catching my breath. Anyway, I'm sure that it wasn't something I should have seen. Something Something like humans were fighting in the school grounds. That's all I can remember. But there was something else I saw out there, out of the corner of my eye. Wasn't there someone else too? But I can't remember what the figure looked like. To be honest, I didn't have the composure to notice anything other than those two fighting. Well, anyways, the chase is over, right? The voice comes from right in front of me. You ran pretty far. He speaks in a friendly tone. I can't breathe. My brain stops, and even though I cannot think, I vaguely understand that I'm going to die. You know better than anyone that you can't escape, right? People who get killed are usually like that. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You don't have to feel ashamed. The lance is casually placed. You were just a lucky kid. Well, you saw us, so die. And the man's lance mercilessly pierces Shiro's heart. There wasn't even time to dodge. All the training I did was for nothing. I knew I was going to be killed. I knew I was going to be pierced by that lance, yet I could not move at all. The world distorts. My body grows cold. Feeling vanishes from my fingertips. Ah. Yeah, I cover blood once. More blood should have come up, but it only happens once. Perhaps the man's lance is special. The blood slowly clots and the heart that should have exploded stops, working with just a single pierce. I can't see well. There's no feeling in me. I feel like a jellyfish floating in the dark sea at night. I don't feel any pain already. The world is white and only I am black. So rather than feeling like I'm dead, it's more like the world around me has disappeared. I know this. I felt this 10 years ago. This is how someone feels when dying. Dead men tell no tales. It's only natural for the weak to die, but I cannot concentrate on my vision. Man, you really make me do unpleasant jobs. It's a joke that he is acting like this. I can only hear voices. I know I have no complaints. I saw the girl's servant, so I'll go back. A voice filled with invitation, and after that I hear footsteps running towards the hallway. Archer, huh? I want to finish the match with him, but I have to follow my master's plan. Jeez, I don't like him. The voice suddenly disappears. I guess he jumped out of the window or something. And after that... So I got blood dripping from my arm, and I've also got, a pierced heart now. Footsteps approach me and stop. In that brief period, more footsteps. I can't hear much now. Follow him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. Is that breathing? This won't be worth it unless we at least find out what his master looks like. Okay, whose voice was that? I concentrate my fading mind, but I can't remember anything. Right now my breathing is too noisy. My lungs must still be alive. The air coming out of my mouth is so loud as loud as a hurricane. But it's amazing he isn't dead yet. I saw someone looking at my face. Perhaps my breathing was loud as the figure tries to close my mouth and stop it. Why does it have to be you? I heard the person grit their teeth, then they touched me without hesitation. We forged the damaged organs and used it as a substitute and restore the heart in the process, huh? If I succeed, I'll be accepted to the clock tower instantly. A painful voice. With that, my mind stops fading. Feeling returns to my body, slowly bit by bit like a drop of water going down a leaf. Feeling returns to my body. Am I gonna know who it was? What is this person doing? The person is sweating, places their hand on my chest with all their heart. When I notice the place where the person placed their hands is terribly hot. It must be so hot that the frozen blood melts and starts to flow again. Phew. I sense someone take a deep breath and sit down. I'm tired. I hear a clang of something falling. something falling. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Forgive me, father, your daughter is terribly heartless. And that's it. The person speaks to mock themselves and leaves. My heart resumes its activity, and then my mind stops. This is not the sleep of death. This is a restful sleep to recover the energy to wake up again. Uh, Aggie. I wake up. I feel sick, my whole body is in pain, and I have a sharp headache each time my heart throbs. What happened? I can't remember because of the sharp headache. My body is cold, probably from lying on the floor for a long time. The only certain thing is my ripped uniform and my own blood on the floor. Peculiar, how did that get there? I get up with a hazy head. The spot where I was lying looks like a murder scene. Damn, I really had my chest pierced? Bearing the pen, I enter the ghost's classroom. Move to the locker with uneasy footsteps, I take out a mop and a bucket. Oh, what am I doing? I'm so confused. Why do I still have to clean up when I've just met something totally outrageous and been killed instantly? Am I an idiot? Aggie, it won't come off. I wipe the floor with the mop. With unsteady hands, I manage to get the blood wiped off and pick up any trash around and put it into my pocket. Maybe I'm destroying the evidence. I'm still in the day, so perhaps that's why I'm doing something so bizarre. Absurd. Hahaha. I put back the mop and bucket and leave the school like a zombie. I get hot as I walk. So did I pick up the locket that what's-his-face apparently took Archer? The air is so cold, but it feels like my body's burning. Or did I not? Because apparently Archer found it. Did, did I not pick up that trash? When I get home, the day has already changed. Has it? There's no one home. Oh. Neither Fujini or Sakura is around now. Yeah, we're alone. Haha. I collapse to the floor. I lie on the ground and finally calm down. I take a deep breath. When I inhale, my heart cries in pain as if it's cracking apart. No, that's wrong. It wasn't just cracked. It had a hole in it, but it healed. And the wound tried to open up again when I inhaled. So it's true that I was almost killed. No, that's wrong too. I wasn't almost killed, I was actually killed. But I'm still alive in spite of that, because someone saved me. I wonder who it was. I should at least thank them. Since the person was there, that person might have something to do with them. But that makes no difference to the fact that the person saved me. I have to thank them one of these days. Aggie. The moment I let my guard down, the pain returns. At the same time, I feel like vomiting. Aggie. I sit up and resist the sickness. Huh? I place my hand on my bare chest where the uniform is ripped. Even though I was saved, I did have a hole in my chest. That feeling, such an unpleasant feeling, a spearhead into my body isn't something I can forget easily. Damn, I'll have nightmares about this for a while. If I close my eyes, it feels like the lance is still in me. I shake off that illusion and try to calm down. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to calm down. The result of all that training every night. Just taking a few deep breaths clears my mind and the heat and nausea vanishes from my body. So about those guys, a man in blue and a man in red. They look like humans, but I don't think they were. Were they like ghosts or something? But I've never heard of a ghost with form and able to associate directly with people. And they were talking too. Without their own will, it's hard for me to think of them as ghosts. I've heard that only ghosts with a body and spirit are only ghosts with a body are spirits, but aren't they different shapes, shaped differently from humans? But that's not the problem. There's another fundamental problem. Those two were who were killing each other. The murderous burglar that appeared in the neighborhood. The ongoing ominous events in Fuyuki City. All I can tell with such thoughts is that it's way out of my league. Didn't that girl tell me to summon a servant? Your father was still alive. Perhaps because the wound in my chest is so vivid, I complain about things I shouldn't. Idiot, I've already decided to do whatever I can, even when I don't understand. Complaining comes later. First I have to decide whether or not it's my concern. Eh? Eh? The bell hung from the ceiling rings. This is a mage's house, even if only a poor one. There's a boundary feel that alerts me when a stranger enters the property. A burglar at a time like this? As I speak, I realize foolishly that can't be. With this timing right after that strange incident, that can't be it. There's an intruder, not a burglar, but an assassin who's here for my life. Because remember that guy saying, "You saw us, so die." The house is filled with silence. In the silence and darkness, the murderous intent I felt at school is slowly drawing closer. My throat gulps. I feel a sharp chill running down my spine. I will be instantly pierced if I move from this room. I frantically contain the scream about to escape my mouth. The instant I release it, the assassin will happily jump in and take the opportunity to kill me. If that happens, it'll be just like before. I'm prepared I will be pierced by that lance again. The moment I think about it, my breathing goes wild. Damn it. I'm ashamed that I'm about to give my saved life so easy that I'm afraid. Gee, gritting my teeth and holding my chest, I try to restrain myself. I need to get to the warehouse thingy. Because that's where the circle is on the floor, isn't it? I should get used to it. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to be killed. That alone is enough to make me want to end it differently from last time. Besides, I'm a magus. Why haven't we learning with the past 8 years if I can't even protect my own life? Alright, let's do it. Enough thinking. Right now I just have to counter the intruder. First of all, I need a weapon. Even though I'm a magus, all I can do is strengthen something that could be a weapon. To fight, I need a weapon. The shed has a lot of things that could become weapons, but it's too far away. If I'm attacked when I leave the living room, it'll be just repeat what happened earlier. It'll be difficult, but I'll have to find a weapon here. Something longer than thing would be best, but my opponent's weapon is a lance, so something like a knife won't do. It'd be great if there was a wooden sword or something like that, but of course there's nothing. If anything here could be a weapon, it's... Man, only post of Fujini left here. I'm disappointed, but despite that I'm determined even if it is a hopeless situation. Things are already as bad as they can be, so they can't get any worse. So all I have to do is run forward until I run out of energy. Okay. Trace on. With the words that suggest my reconstruction, I challenge magical energy into the 30 centimeter long poster. I have to turn it into something that can repel that stance, so I need to channel my magical energy into every corner and solidify it. Basic quality, analyze. Extend my consciousness. As if soaking my blood in the poster through my skin, I permeate magical energy into it. Basic quality, reinforce. I sense that I've hit the bottom. Right before the magical energy overflows from it. Trace off. I cut off all connections with the poster and shudder at the feeling of success. The poster is now as hard as metal, but it is as light as it was before, so I couldn't ask for a better sword. I did it! How many years has it been since I last succeeded the strengthening magic? It's kind of ironic, the magic I've never been able to achieve since Tsurugu died is finally working in this kind of situation. And anyways, now I might be able to do something. I have some knowledge of how to use a sword. I hold the poster with both hands and stand up. I'll die anyway if I stay here, and I don't think I'll be able to flee even if I escape this house. So all I can do is run straight to the shed and make a stronger weapon. Come on, if you're going to come, it won't be like before. And since I think that, my whole spine shivers. When did he arrive? Appearing from the ceiling, the guy drops straight at me. Oh, huh? Silver light descends upon me. The guy that seems to have come straight through the ceiling descends to pierce my head. You! I frantically escape by rolling forward. He lands softly while I keep rolling, but I keep rolling and stand up with a freshly made sword in hand. He turns to face me, looking bored. You're causing unnecessary trouble. I was being considerate by killing you before you noticed me. He raises his lance again, seemingly uninterested. I don't know why, but he lacked the spirit he had at the school grounds. In that case, I might be able to outwit him. Geez, I never thought I'd be killed by the same person twice in one day. I guess it just means the human world is always filled with bloodshed. The man is complaining as if he thinks nothing of me. I slowly move backwards. It's about 3 meters to the window. Once out of the window, it's about 20 meters to the shed. Then I can run off this instant. See ya, don't come back this time, kid. He says blankly as if sighing it out. Did I block him? Pain assails my right arm. It happened in an instant. The man's lance is thrust without time for me to react. I would have faced my second death with that blow, but what prevented it was my newly made sword. He must have thought it was just a paper. The lance thrust as if the person wasn't there, was deflected by it, and only skimmed my right arm. Wow, that's a strange technique you've got there. The man's expression goes away. He carelessly disappears, and he's now staring at me with beast-like eyes. Like, I screwed up. I was just being stupidly optimistic when I thought I could do something. That thing before me is a monster beyond belief. Painfully, I realized my own foolishness for letting my guard down, even slightly against him. That's right. If I'd been really desperate, I should have run frantically to the window as soon as I miraculously avoided his first attack. I thought you were just a kid, but I see. I do feel some magical energy from you, even though it's weak. That must be why you're still alive after I stabbed you through the heart. He points his lance at me. I won't be able to block it. I can't possibly block that lightning flash blow. If his weapon were a sword, I might be able to, at least prepare for it. But that's a lance. A sword follows a line, but the lance has a point. How am I supposed to block a blow from a point that I cannot even see coming? Good. It looks like I might be able to have a little bit of fun. The man's body descends. In that instant, his lance is swung sideways. I block the lance coming out my face with just my instincts. Yeah, good boy. Here comes the next one. There's a huge whirlwind. I don't know how he's moving the lance in this small room, but it makes a beautiful arc and comes to attack my body from the other side. Yeah, my constructed sword moves this to stop it bends. Is he using a hammer? Damn, this numbness feels like I've broken the bones in my arm. Damn you. Huh? I swing the sword instinctively. He must have taken me lightly as he hasn't put back his lance as I flick away the staff with my sword. Yeah, the arms that hit it go numb. The sword bends even more, and the man's lance only moves slightly. You're useless. I gave you a chance, but you didn't do anything worthwhile. Well, I guess it's asking too much to accept a good armed fight from a mage's. The man was just playing with me. He let me hit me once since I blocked him twice, but I used my one only chance for just a makeshift attack. That's why he sees no point in fighting me anymore. You've let me down. I'll kill you now, kid. He readies his lance again. Say, during that small unnecessary movement, what you want, you idiot? Without looking behind me, I'd just jump out the window. Ha 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 ha. I break the window with my back and roll outside. I roll a few times and get up and ha. With that though, I turned and swing behind me. Home. The man hesitates a moment as I deflect his lance thrust. As I expected, if I jump out the window, he would definitely come after me, and he would kill me before I could get up. That's why I expected the fatal blow and swung at it. It was a bold plan. I would have died if I was a second too late or a second too early, but considering the difference in our skill, I could never have been too early. So all I had to do was get up as fast as possible and swing at what was coming behind me. The result was perfect. I won my bet and deflected the man's lance. Ha ha. I quickly regained my balance. Now I have to make it to the shed before he recovers. Fly. Huh? The man who supposedly had his lance knocked away comes up to me empty-handed and spins and executes a roundhouse kick. Ah! The scenery flies up past me. My battered chest is numb and I cannot breathe. No, no, what's more surprising is I'm flying. I never in my dreams thought I'd be sent flying by a mere roundhouse kick. Yeah. Am I in the shed? I fall to the ground from my back. I hit a wall like I'm crashing down. Yeah. I can't breathe. My vision is blurred. I managed to stand up, support myself against the wall of my destination, the shed. I tracked the man with my blurry vision. I must have been kicked at 20 meters. The man approaches a lance in hand. I'll be killed. I'll definitely be killed. The man will be here in a second. If I don't want to die now, I have to get up and face him. The lance comes up out at me. I can't even turn around fully, and my cursed body faces the man's lance. Damn, if you man keep yourself together. How fortunate. I got lucky as I couldn't hold myself up and my knees collapsed. The lance goes over my head and hits the door of the shed, opening it. Oh, so this is my last chance. If I go into the shed, there should be something that I could use as a weapon. Yeah. Enter the shed on all fours. There. Here. There. This is it. A fatal, inescapable blow is thrust. I block it and I block it. Unroll the poster and make it into a one-time shield. A huge impact. The open poster did block the lance, but it was not strong enough. It pierced through and transformed back into its original paper. Aggie. But the impact of the lance's thrust I flung to the wall. Ag. I folded my butt to recover myself, and raised my head to try to find a weapon. Checkmate, that was a pretty surprising move, kid. The man is pointing his lance at me. This is it. The man's lance is pointed directly at my heart. I know this. This is the smell of death I just felt a few hours ago. I don't understand. You're quick witted, but you suck at magic. It seems like you have talent, but I guess you're just too young. I can't hear him. My mind is only focused only on the weapon in front of me. It's only natural, because I'll die when that thing is thrust. So every thing else is gone from my mind. What else can I think about? And now that things have ended like this. It's unlikely, but maybe you were the seventh one. Well, this is it for you, even if that's the case. The man's arms move. The movement I couldn't even see before looks like it's in an slow motion now. Oh, it's slow motion? The running silver light. The spearhead moves straight for my heart. It will spill the blood in the next second. I know this feeling. The feeling of a metal running into me. The taste of blood coming from out my throat. The sense of the world around me disappearing. I felt all of it all earlier, and I have to experience it again, really? I don't understand. Why do I have to go through this? This is bullshit. I can't accept it. I can't just die here meaninglessly. I was saved, so I can't just die so easily. I have to live and fulfill my obligations. If I die, I can't do that. But the lances will pierce me. A spearhead will cut into my flesh and pierce my heart. It pisses me off. Why? That you're gonna die? It's ridiculous to kill someone that easily. It's ridiculous for me to die so easily. Dying twice in one day, that's ridiculous as well. Damn, everyone's so screwed up I can't even contain it all, and damn it, I won't be killed meaninglessly by someone like you. Huh? Truly it. What? Appear like magic. In a blinding light, it appeared in front of me from behind me. My mind stops. All I know is that the figure who appeared is a girl. The moment it appears, it repels the lance's thrust into my heart and sums up to the enemy without hesitation. Can it be the seventh servant? The man readies his defiant lance and the girl swings something she is holding. Eh? Sparks fly twice. A strong swing. The man hesitates, receiving a heavy blow from the girl. How did you get summoned? I didn't do a ritual. He must have realized he was at a disadvantage as he jumps out of the shed with bestial speed. While keeping her guard up against the man, she quietly turns to me. I didn't summon you. I actually thought I was covered more in blood, but whatever. The wind is strong today. The cloud drips and the moon appears for a brief moment. The silver light that shines into the shed lights up in the girl in a knightly form. I'm speechless, not because I'm confused, but by the sudden turn of events. I'm at a loss for words because of this girl's overwhelming beauty. No. The girl stares at me emotionlessly with her jewel-like eyes. I ask of you, are you my master? She says in a, valiant voice. Huh, master? I want to repeat back her words. I don't know who she is or what she's talking about. All I know is that this small girl is the same kind of being as the man outside. Hello? The girl says nothing and just stares at me silently. How can I put this? The figure in front of me is so special that I regard the situation that the man outside could come and attack at any second. It feels like time has stopped just around me. The fear of death has disappeared and only the girl fills my vision. I summoned Saber. I've come forth in response to your summons. She's giving me an order, master. She speaks again. The instant I hear those words, master and servant, a pain shoots through my left hand. It's like a hot iron has been placed on my hand. I grab my left hand instinctively. That must have been the signal as the girl quietly nods her lovely face. From this time forth, my soul shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me. Now our contract is complete. Contract? What are you talking about? Even I have some knowledge about magic. I understand what that word means. But the girl doesn't even answer and looks away with the same glance grace she had when she nodded. She looks at the door of the shed. There stands the man with his lance ready in his hand. She moves faster than I can think. The nightly girl leaps out of the shed in hesitation. I get it from I follow the girl, even forgetting the pain in my body. There's no way that girl would be a match for him. Even armor like that, she's a girl smaller than me. Stop. My words are silenced by the sound. What? I can't believe my eyes. This time my head really goes bang. What is she? The sound of the weapons. The moon is hidden behind the clouds, and the yard has returned to its original darkness. In it, sparks are born from steel hitting steel. The lance-wielding man willously attacks the girl who jumped out of the shed, but the girl parries the blow of the lance and knocks away all following attacks, driving the man back with every blow. I can't believe it. The girl called Saber is overpowering that man. The battle has begun. What happened between me and him earlier wasn't a battle. A battle is a fight between two people who can kill each other. Whatever the difference in skill, if each has a way to kill the other, then you can call it a battle. The fight is a battle in that sense too. The man's lance that I couldn't even see is thrown with even more power, but the girl parries it with the thing in her hand and closes it on the man. Damn. The man retreats a bit. He holds his lance vertically to protect his ribs as the girl goes for them. For a moment, the man's lance glows. It was a blow like an explosion, and I guess it really was one. The minute that man blocks the thing, the girl's holding the lance in his hand glows as if electrified. The man and even I can tell what this is. This is a force of magical energy so strong that it's visible. In each of the girl's blows, there's a terrible amount of magical energy. That outrageous magical energy is penetrating the opponent's weapon just by touching it. Such a thing. It would take such a thing just to block it. If you think of the man's lance as an accelerated sniper rifle, the blows of the girls are like those of a close powerful shotgun. Every time the girl swings, the yard is filled with light, but that isn't what's overpowering the man. Coward, what are you doing hiding your weapon? The man complains while avoiding the girl's fierce attacks. The girl doesn't answer, but only attacks even more with the thing in her hands. The man retreats with not even a chance for a counterattack. That's only natural, because the girl's weapon is invisible. As he could not sense her range, it would be careless to attack recklessly. Yes, it is invisible. The girl definitely has something in her hand, but as you can't see what shape it is, nor how long it is, you can't tell anything about it. That is totally invisible, as it doesn't even show up even when the sparks fly from it. Damn. The man must be having a hard time defending against it, as his moves aren't as sharp. And the girl lets out a voice for the first time. She swings her weapon with more fury. A storm of swings without pause. The flying sparks remind me of a blacksmith hitting iron. The lance-wielding man blocks them, clunking his teeth. I must say I admire his skills, even though he tried to kill me. The man is blocking invisible blows, watching only the opponent's legs and arms. But that's it. You only need to beat down someone who's gone defensive, as if to say, the girl steps even closer to the man and delivers a blow with all her might, as if smashing him down. Don't underestimate me, fool. You must see this as an opportunity as the man disappears. No, he just jumps back, making it look like he disappears. The girl's blow cuts through the air and destroys the ground, kicking up dust. The blow, swung as a fire one, was easily dodged. Idiot, what is she doing? I can tell you from a distance. I don't know about the careful blows from before, but such a big blow won't be able to touch that man. Even that man's body must have been straining under all those attacks, but he suppressed it for an instant and jumped away, as if the blows will determine the victory. Ha! The man who jumped back several meters jumped as soon as he lands. As if reversing his retreat, he jumped at the girl. In contrast, the girl does a sword up in the ground. The opening is irrecoverable. The red lance returns in less than a second, and the girl twirls her body with the sword still in the ground. So the contents last less than a second. The man sees his mistake and tries to hold back, while the girl uses her whole body to execute her blow. Does she not have a sword and she just has like magical power? And she's fighting with that? Gee. The man blows away, and the uh, girl who blew him away both seem disconnected. Discontent. It's only natural. They each launch their blows to kill each other. If they allow them to escape immediate danger, they were worthless. Their distance opens. The two stare at each other silently. What is wrong, Lancer? It would not do your name credit if you just stand there. If you will not come, I can. Ha, you're going to come and die? I don't mind, but let me ask you this first. Your normal phantasma, is it just a sword? The man glares as if saying into her heart. Who knows? It might be a battle axe, or it could be a spear, it might even be a bow, Lancer. Keep talking, Saber. Perhaps it's really funny for him. The man, the one called Lancer, lowers his lance. It looks like he's indicating that he doesn't want to fight anymore. The girl is puzzled by Lance's action. But I know that stance. It was used in that fight a few hours ago in the schoolyard. It's a fatal move that was supposed to have ended the show. I'll ask just in case since this is our first meeting. Do you want to call it even? It's not a bad deal, right? See that sword master over there? It's useless. And it so happens that my master is a coward. I think it's in both our interests to hold off of this match until we're better prepared. I refuse. You will, fall here, Lancer. I see, geez, all I wanted to do was check things out, you know? I didn't want to stay long once the sermon came out. It seems like the air around them distorted. Lancer lowers his lance, and chill runs through the air at that moment. It's exactly like back then, the magic energy rumbles in a whirlpool, sent at their lance. Novel phantasma. The girl readies her apparent sword and glares at the enemy in front of her. The girl facing the enemy knows better than I how dangerous he is. So yeah, I'll take that heart of yours. The beast jumps. Lancer instantly appears in front of the girl as if he teleported and thrusts his lance at the girl's feet. It was a bad move, even to my eyes. With that stance already lowered, it wouldn't be effective to aim low at that girl. To prove my point, the girl jumps over the lance and moves forward to slash Lancer. At that moment, with the words themselves charged magical energy. Is it gonna cause a black hole? Blog. The lance thrusts the girl's feet rushes towards her heart. It goes like whoosh. Okay. Her body rises into the air. The girl is driven up into the air by the blow of the lance and she crashes down, no, lands on the ground. Heck, she's bleeding. The girl who hasn't even received a scratch survives, bleeding badly from her chest. A curse, no, a reverse of causality. She speaks in pain. I'm surprised too. No, since I saw it from a distance, I could tell better than her that the attack just now was a strange one. He reversed it, so it would always like land in a hit, I guess. The lance was definitely aimed at her feet, but it was suddenly changed his course and moved strangely in an impossible direction and pierced the girl's heart. But Lance's attack has not grown or bent. It is just so natural that it makes one think that the lance was already in her heart, and for some reason it's strange. It's not as simple as the lance changing its course and piercing her heart. The lance did not change its course, but changed the means so that the result would be so. The lance thrust with that name caused the result of pierce her heart as a premise. In other words, the process and the result were reversed. As long as there was the result of the lance piercing her heart, the course of the lance was merely something added later to prove that fact. An evil thorn that breaks all defenses, a lance that pierces the heart every time it's used, a weapon that determines your fate just by its use. How can anyone block such a ridiculous attack? However, the enemy tries to dodge it. The lance will pierce their heart without fail. That's why this move is called fatal. Like color stunts that always pierces the opponent with one thrust, but the girl has evaded it by a small margin. She was wounded, but it's not a fatal blow. In a sense, her actions were more impossible than the lance. The instant the lance was thrust, she turned and jumped back with all her might, as if she knew what was going to happen. Either she has incredible luck or another divine protection to nullify the curse of the lance. Either way, she avoided a fatal blow and sullied the lance's name. Haha, the girl catches her breath. The blood that was running so much has stopped and even has stab wound is healing. I guess that's extraordinary. I knew she was a normal, but still, that's too strange. Like a skull to fight against Lancer, like the incredible magic energy to each of her blows, like a body that heals herself. This girl clearly surpasses Lancer, but that's what's only up until now, even if it's just healing her wound is deep. If Lancer attacks her now, she'll be defeated without even being able to defend herself. But with this overwhelming advantage, Lancer doesn't move. He glares at the girl grinding his teeth so hard that I can hear it. You evaded it? You evaded it, Saber? My fatal, gay, bulk? A voice that seems to echo from the ground. Gay bulk? You're an island? Man of light? Lancer frowns. Hostility disappears and he clucks his tongue in annoyance. I screwed up. If I'm going to use this move, it needs to be fatal. Jeez, I guess I'm being too famous. I guess being too famous is bad too. The pressure goes away. Lancer doesn't even attack the wounded girl and simply turns his back and moves to the edge of the yard. It is the rule of servants to fight to the death if your identity is discovered, but unfortunately my master is a coward. He's happy to go back since you evaded my lance. You are running away, Lancer? Yeah, I don't mind if you come after me, Saber. Just be prepared to die when you do. With one bound, Lancer easily jumps over the wall and disappears. Wait, Lancer? The wounded girl starts running to pursue the enemy. Is she stupid? I run through the yard with all my strength. The girl will go after him if I don't stop her instantly. But there's no need for that. When the girl tries to jump over the wall, she clenches her chest and stops. I run to her and stare at her. No, I try to approach her to call out to her, but I forgot about it, and the instant I come near her. She put it simply, everything about her is absurd. That's the time near her, I can tell that she's in shining armor she wears is really heavy. The old-fashioned cloth is smooth and vivid blue. Now that isn't what fascinates me. The girl, who seems to be a few years younger than me, is beautiful. The golden hair lit up by the moonlight is fine in textures, as if sprinkled with gold dust. The face with some sign of naivety has elegance, and her white skin looks so soft. I can't call out to her because I'm fascinated by her beauty, and also for another reason. Why? Because seeing the girl fighting and getting hurt somehow made me mad. No matter how strong she is, or altitude, I think it's wrong for a girl to have to fight. All the while I'm fascinated with the girl. The girl has her hand on her chest, but that ends quickly. The girl lets her chest go and looks up as if the pain has gone away. She stares directly at me. I'm not sure how I should talk to her, but I notice something about her. The wound is gone. Even though it missed her heart, the lance stabbed her in the chest, but she's unscratched. I've heard of healing magic, but I didn't see her using anything like that. So that must be something... So that must mean even if she gets the wound, she automatically heals. Then my brain switches gears. This is no time to be fascinated by her. She's a strange being. I can't let my guard down until I know what she is. Who are you? I take a step back and ask her. What do you mean I'm a servant Saber? I'm the servant Saber. You summoned me, so I do not think you should need to confirm it. The girl answers in a quiet voice. The servant Saber? Yes, so please call me Saber. She replies without hesitation. Her tone is polite yet gentle, and just hearing it makes me head go blank. Hey, what am I getting excited about? I see, that's a strange name. I hide my burned face with my hand and reply really stupidly. I don't know what else to say. I wouldn't know any such thing to say. Since I asked her name, isn't it natural for me to introduce herself? In that case, it would be impolite to stay silent like this. I'm Shiro, my name is Emiya Shiro, and I live in this house. What am I doing? And are my answers getting stupider? But she told me her name, so I should answer too. I know I'm confused right now, but I have to be polite to no matter who it is. The girl stares at me. The girl, Saber, just stares at me with that changing her expression. No wait, I take that back. That's not what I meant to ask you, actually. I know you are not a fool, master, correct? Huh? But you are still my master. As long as we have made a contract, I will not betray you. There's no need for you to be so cautious. Crap. I can hear her words, but they make no sense to me. All I know is that she's calling me with a ridiculous word like master. That's wrong, my name isn't master, and I shall call you Shiro, yes? I like the sound of that better. As soon as she said my name, I think my face lit up on fire. Shouldn't you call someone by their last name on a first name meeting? Wait a minute, why are you calling me? Ow, pain suddenly runs through my left hand. It's burning. The back of my hand is burning. My hand is like it's on fire, and on it is a strange mark that looks like a tattoo. What the? That is called a command span, Shiro. It is the 3 claims on a servant's obedience and the life of a master. Please do not use it thoughtlessly. Hoo-hoo? Before I can finish with who are you, the air around her changed. Shiro, heal my wounds. She speaks in a cold voice. It seems her attention is on something far away, behind the wall and not on me. But she's expecting me to heal her? Wait, you're asking me? I'm sorry, but I don't know any difficult magic. Besides, it's already healed. Saber frowns a bit. I think I said something really wrong there. Then I shall face them as I am now. The regeneration only heals the outside, but one more fight should not be a problem. One more what? There are 2 enemies outside, judging by their presence. It should only be a few seconds to defeat them. Saying so, Saber jumps lightly. Just like that, she jumps over the wall and disappears outside. I'm left alone in the yard. Enemies outside? As soon as I say it out loud, I realize what it means. Hold on, are you going to fight again? My body starts to move. Without thinking, I run to the gate with full force. Ha ha ha. I went to the gate and unlock it and with trembling hands and jump outside. Saber, where are you? I searched throughout the dark. The moon is hidden now of all times and is completely dark, but I hear something nearby. There. I run to the small road with no signs of anyone on it. It all happens in an instant. Saber's comforting a familiar guy in red. Saber runs at the man in red without hesitation, takes his guy down with one blow and... Easy slashes the man in red. Saber raises a hand to finish him off, but right before the man in red's naked slash, he disappears as powerful magic is cast. Saber doesn't stop. She dashes to the person behind the man in red and easy cuts on a large spell the person launches. What the? I knew she was strong, but this is overwhelming. That magic right now was just a level of intervention magic that I cannot even compare with. Father could only use one as strong as that. But to cast a natural intervention magic of that power instantly, I don't even think a first class mages could do so. But Saber nullified even that masterclass magic. The enemy must be a magus, as the match is decided right there. The magus' attacks are of no use to Saber, and she mercilessly attacks the magus, sending someone falling backwards. The magus has magically dodged Saber's blow, but the enemy cannot move. Saber corners the enemy and points at his invisible sword. My mind freezes, probably because the moon light lines up with the scene from an instant. I can tell that the figure of Saber is pointing at his human. I can't tell who it is, but the image of Saber killing someone and getting splattered with blood pops into my head. Saber moves. She will pierce the enemy's throat with the thing in her hand. Stop, Saber! I scream as loud as I can. The sword stops. Thank God I can't see her sword. The end of it, her invisible sword isn't wet with the enemy's blood. Don't. Please don't do it, Saber. I address her glaring, preparing myself to do my best to stop her. Why do you stop me, Shiro? She's Archer's master. We have to kill her here. No, Saber has no intention of stopping. She only stops because I said so, and she's ready to bring her sword down at any time. I'm telling you to wait. You're calling me master, but I don't understand anything at all. If you're gonna call me that, I think you should at least explain to me first. Saber doesn't answer. She only stares at me in silence. You're doing this in the wrong order, Saber. I still don't understand who you are, but I'll listen if you talk, so please don't do this. Saber is silent. Still pointing her sword at the fallen enemy, she looks at me discontentedly. What do you mean by that? Are you demanding ideals? Like not hurting anyone necessarily? Huh? Not hurting anyone necessarily? Well, it is true that we should avoid fights as much as possible, but I'm not so good-natured as to release someone who came to attack me. So you are saying you do not take life even if it is that of the enemy, correct? I wanted to base such an order. An enemy is someone you must defeat. If you want me to stop, make me obey with your command spell. I'm talking about you. A girl shouldn't be swinging swords around. All the more so if you're hurt. Oh wait, I don't even know if it's a sword or not, huh? Anyway, you can't do that. Saber looks dumbfounded as if taken aback. How long were we standing there like that? So, when will Saber suddenly lower her sword? The figure on the ground suddenly speaks. Saber suddenly concentrates her attention on her sword. You ever have no sword to lower in front of an enemy. Even if your master says to lower it? Wow, so even Saber would betray her master, huh? Saber grits her teeth. Saber lowers her sword and relaxes. Saber's hostility disappears, so she must have put away her sword as well. I see, then I can stand up, right? The one on the ground stands up. She looks shameless, brushing her ear. Hey, wait a second. The silicon bugs is definitely what? You're Tosaka. Yes, good evening, Emius-kun. Tosaka replies with a huge big smile. Huh? That gets me. You know, she greets me normally like that. Everything that's happened up until now seemed like a dream, and now my head's about to explode. Jeez. How easy would things be if it did? No, well, so you were using magic right now, so that means I'm a magus as well. We're the same, so it's not something I need to hide. When she replies clearly like that, it makes me seem stupid for asking. Let's talk inside. You know anything about right, Emiya-kun? So saying, she walks towards the entrance. Wait, what are you thinking? And then she turns and the smile on her face isn't like the previous one. Are you stupid? I'm thinking about a lot of things. That's why I want to talk to you. Emiya-kun, it's good to be surprised by certain turns of events, but it could sometimes cost your life. Your life if you don't just accept it. Incidentally, do you understand that now is one of those times? She glares at me. It's fine if you understand, so let's go to your place. Chisaka goes through the gate. She's really pissed. It's only natural. She had a sword pointed at her until now, and she was almost killed. No, but still. Is it just my imagination, or is she totally unlike how she seems at school? So I'm in a strange situation. In front of me is the school's #1 idol, whom I admire, Chisaka-min. And following silently behind me is Saber, who calls herself a servant. Oh, the hallway suddenly feels like a different dimension. But I cannot be a coward forever. I'm a magus even if I'm just an amateur. To suck of it, a magus like me is acting so fearlessly, so I have to act firmly too. But I can only work out a few things. First about Saber, who's following me. I'm sure that she is some kind of familiar because she calls me master and I made a contract with her. I heard that familiar is some kind of assistant for mages. Most magi transfer their part of their body into something and summon it as another self. For the other self, a mage uses a small animal, just simply because it's easy to take over their mind of something like a cat or dog. Some mages use a human as their familiar, but they need enough magical energy to restrain a human at all times if they do such a thing. But if one can consistently use enough magical energy to control someone, it would take most of the mage's magical energy to sustain the familiar. But that'd be putting the cart before the horse. Familiar is something that assists the mages. To reduce the burden on the mages, it is commonly accepted that small animals are more suitable. So I've been taught, but... where's the Shiro? No, it's nothing. Saber looks human no matter how you look at her, and she is clearly superior to me, her master. I don't have the major magical energy to control such a person, and more than that, I don't have the magical circuit to summon a familiar. So Saber must be something rather unlike a familiar. You said she is a servant. I don't know what it is, but I think the man called Lanza and the man in red with Tosaka were the same thing. Then it must be that Tosaka is also a master. I just saw her magical skills. If I'm worth half a major, she is worth about 3 a major. Of course, there's no point in comparing me to other magi when I could only use strengthening magic. Anyway, Tosaka isn't a magus. In any spiritually superior land is a family of magi that looks after that land. The Emiya family only came to this land in Kirisugu generation, so we're just strangers. That's why I didn't know that Tosaka was a magus, and I'm sure Tosaka didn't know that I knew magic. There are several magi in this town that I don't know about. If Lancer is this familiar, is a familiar of another magus in this town, then does it mean that I stuck my head into a conflict between magi? Wow, it's pretty big. Japanese style is unusual for me. Oh, is that the living room, Emiya-kun? Saying so, Tosaka-san goes into the living room. Let's stop thinking for now. Let's just listen to Sasaka's story. I turn the lights on. It's already past 1 in the morning. Oh, it's so cold. What's this? The windows are broken? I couldn't help it. I was attacked by this dancer guy. I was just desperate. Oh, I see. Then you were fighting him alone until you summoned Saber? I didn't fight him. He would just beat me up. Oh, so you don't try to show off, huh? I see, I see. You're really just as you appear, Emiya-kun. Tosaka-san walks over to the broken window. Tosaka-san takes a piece of the shattered glass, takes a look at it, and... Minute vår skalben. She cuts the top of her finger and puts a drop of her blood onto the glass. What kind of magic is this? The shattered glass combines on its own and restores itself in a matter of seconds. The sucker that was. It's just a small demonstration. It won't be enough to repay you for saving me, but I have to at least do this much. Well, I'm sure you would fix it even if I hadn't, but that should be a waste of magic energy, right? All you really have to do is replace the window, but we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk in the cold, do we? She says so as if it's something natural, but needless to say, her skills are beyond my understanding. No, that's amazing, Tosaka. I couldn't do that sort of thing, so I'm glad you fixed it. Huh? There's no way you can't fix it. Handling glass is so elementary. Restoring glass that broke a few minutes ago is only like an administration test for any school, right? So that's how it is. I was only taught by my father, so I don't even know the basics of all the elementary stuff. Huh? Tosaka freezes. Damn it, it seems I said something I shouldn't have. Wait, then, you're saying you're just an amateur, you can't even run your own workshop? I don't have a workshop. Well, I do have a shed as my training area, but I think Tosaka would get mad if I called it that my workshop. I think it's impossible, but I'll ask again. Could it be that you don't know how to handle the 5 elements, or how to make a pass? I honestly admit that I don't know. Wow, that's scary. She's so beautifully usually, but she looks pretty scary now. Then, what are you doing? What are you? Then why are you just an amateur? That's not true. I can at least use strengthening magic. Strengthening? That's an awfully odd magic, so you can't do anything other than that? Tosaka glares at me. Well, to be honest, probably not. Her glare makes my answer vague. Jeez, why does Debbie get summoned to a guy like this? She sighs. Huh, it makes me mad. I haven't been playing around. I know I'm an amateur, but I don't think it matters right now. Well, I don't care. There's no point in complaining about what's already happened. More importantly, I have to pay back my debt right now. Tosaka takes a breath. Well, I'll begin. Emi-kun, you don't know what kind of situation you're in right now, correct? I nod. I thought so. Well, I could tell easily, but I have to confirm, right? It's only putting a flab on my mind if I tell someone that only knows about it. I think that was a weird phrase, but I stay quiet as I think she'll beat me up if I make fun of her now. To put it bluntly, you have been chosen as a master. You have a holy sign on your hand, right? On your right hand or arm. There are personal differences, but there should be 3 command spells ingrained. That is the sign of the master. On my hand, oh this. Yes, that is also a spell that rules the servant. So take care of it. It's the command spell. You can retain control over your servant as long as you have it. What do you mean as long as I have it? The command spell is an item of unconditional obedience. I think you've already realized that servants have their own will, but that mark overrides their will and makes them obey your command. There's no spell needed to activate it, and it'll be activated when you put your mind to using it. But you'll lose one for every time you use it, so make sure you only use it twice. If you lose all your command spells, you'll be killed, so be careful. What, I'll be killed? That's right, it's fundamental in the Holy Grail War for masters to kill other masters, and the masters that killed the other 6 masters are awarded the Holy Grail. What? Hold on, I don't understand what Tosaka-san is talking about at all. Other than the master part killing other masters, and the part with the winner gets the Holy Grail. Wait, what does she mean by the Holy Grail? You still don't understand. To put it simply, you've been dragged into a game. A survival game between the 7 masters, a game called the Holy Grail War. A battle royale between the masters that won't end until you kill all the other masters. Tosaka states so as if it's the most natural thing in the world. That phrase swirls in my head. I've been chosen as a master. Tosaka-san says she's a master. Familiars call the servants, and a battle to the death between other mages called the Holy Grail War. Wait, what is that? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I understand how you feel, but I'm just telling you the truth. Besides, you should understand deep down. You should know you're in a situation you can't run away from. Having been almost killed by that servant twice now. That's... Sorry, I was almost killed by that hunter guy, but... Oh no, that's wrong. In fact, you weren't almost killed, you were actually killed. I'm surprised you're alive again. Tosaka's comment finishes me off. That's right, that guy killed me and I certainly died. No excuse, no negotiation was possible. I was just someone who had to be killed. So, even if I do deny this battle to the death, that I cannot understand. The others in it will not withdraw. Are you gonna realize that she saved you? Do you get it now? Then I'll go on. I don't exactly know what the Holy Grail War is, but I know that every few decades, 7 masters are called, chosen, and given servants. I'm also chosen as a master, that's why I made a contract with a servant, and you made a contract with Saber. You can think of the servant as a familiar given to you by the Holy Grail war to win the Holy Grail, and as a master we are to work together with our servants to kill their masters. Sasaka's description is too brief for me to understand, but there is one thing I do wonder about it. Hold on, you say Saber is a familiar, but I'm not convinced. Familiars are things like cats and birds, right? Well, I do hear that some use human girls, but Saber has a body. Besides, she doesn't look like a familiar. I glance at Saber. Saber's quietly listening to our conversation. She looks just like a normal human being. I don't know her identity, but she's a girl about my age. Just having a girl like that near me is more than enough, so I don't get when she tells me that Saber is a familiar. Besides, my heart is pounding right now. Familiar, huh? Well, servants are in that category, but they're on a different level, because that girl over there is a ghost linear, considered to be the strongest of all familiars. Ghost linear, then do you mean she really is a ghost? The human ghost that stopped living a long time ago, that the remaining minds of those with strong abilities who remain in this world even after they die. But that doesn't make any sense. A ghost doesn't have a body. A ghost cannot be harmed by ghosts. So as I have a body, a ghost shouldn't be able to kill me. A ghost, huh? You're similar, but Saber would kill you if you compared it to one. Servants are heroes of the past, given bodies, beings passing humans, more like spirits. Huh? Heroes of the past given bodies? That's right, a legendary hero was pulled from the past or the present, or whenever given a body. It was the role of the master to summon them, and the Holy Grail does the rest. It's impossible for mages to give shape to a soul, so we're assailed by a strong artifact. Hold on, so hero of the past means what? Look over at Saber. Then she's a heroine from the past too? Well, it's true that nobody would dress like that now, but still. That's impossible, I've never heard of any such magic. Of course not, this isn't magic. Think of it as a phenomenon created by the Holy Grail War. It's impossible to recreate a soul and a body, and give it a body without it. Recreation of a soul, the seventh isn't a ghost? No, haven't you been taught that any human, animal, or machine that leaves any great achievement behind gets removed from the ring of reincarnation and sublimate into being of higher ranks? Machines? Heroic spirits are like that. To put it simply, they have been worshipped and made into artificial gods. The Earth's magic, such as supplicating ghosts, uses heroic spirits to make miracles happen. But the spirits are familiars of these heroes themselves, so they accompany you in spirit form. But if need be, you can give them form to make them right. So you mean you can give them form or keep them in spirit form? I don't see your servant, so he's in spirit form right now? No, he's healing his wounds in the summoning circle at my house right now. Saber wounded him just now, right? If I hadn't withdrawn him by force, he would have had his head chopped off. Look, the only ones who can beat the servants are other servants, spirits like them. Well, we can hit them too if they take form, so we might be able to beat them, but servants are all strong as monsters, right? So we let monsters deal with other monsters. The masters usually support them from behind. Zoka's explanation irritates me for some reason. She calls them monsters, but I don't know about the other servants, but I don't want her to talk about Saber like that. Anyways, someone who becomes a master must kill all the other masters using a servant. Do you understand it so far? In other words, yes, but I'm not convinced. To begin with, who started such a thing and why? That's not something I know, nor should I answer. You should put that question to the one overseeing the Holy Grail War. The one thing I can tell you is that all you can do now is to fight us, and servants are powerful familiars, so you should use them wisely. Zoka says so and now turns to Saber. So from what I hear from Emiya, you must not be in full form, Saber. You were summoned by an apprentice magus who has no idea how to be a master. Yes, I am not in full form as you say. Since Shiro does not have the magical energy to give me form, it will be difficult for me to turn into a spirit or replenish my magical energy. I'm surprised that you were in that bad of a state, but I didn't think you would tell me honestly. I was wondering how I ought to find out your weakness. I don't know wish to let others know my weakness, but I do not think I can fool you. It would be meaningless to hide our situation from you. So it'll be better for us to tell you our situation and to have Shiro better understand the situation he is in right now. Correct, and you have a good personality too, jeez. I'm regretting even more now. If I was your master, I would have certainly won this war. So Sokka catches her fist with anger. Tosaka, do you mean I'm not fit to be her master? Of course not, idiot. Wow, she just said something that any normal person would have trouble saying. What? Do you have any more questions? And she doesn't realize it. Her honest image from school comes inside of me. Good going, EC. Tosaka certainly shows no openings just like the devil. Well, we're done talking, so let's get going. Tosaka turns, suddenly says something strange. Going where? Well, we're going to see the guy who knows all about the game you're involved in, the Holy Grail War. You want to know the reason behind the Holy Grail War, right? Of course, but where is it? It's already late, so... It'll be fine. It's in the neighborhood, so we should, be back by dawn if we hurry. And besides, it's Sunday tomorrow, so it should be fine to stay up late. No, that's not the problem. It's just that a lot of things happened today, so I want to have a rest and think about them. What? You're not going? Well, if you say so. Well, what about you, Saber? Tosaka asked Saber. Hold on, this is nothing to do with Saber. Don't push her. Oh, you're already feeling like a master? You don't want me talking to Saber? That's not it. It's just that if what you said is true, then Saber's a heaven from the past, right? So she wouldn't know about this time since she was just summoned. So Shiro, that is wrong. Someone's gonna adapt you any time. So I know a lot about this age as well. Really? Yes. This is not the first time I've been summoned in this age. What? No way. What are the chances of that? Hey, Shiro is surprised too. So that must mean Saber has said something incredible. Shiro, I agree with her. You lack experience as a master. As a servant to making a contract with you, I want you to be stronger. Saber stares at me silently. It's a gentle stare that worry not for herself but for me. Alright, I'll go. So, where is this place, Tosaka? It's a place we come back from, right? Of course, we are heading to Kotomi Church in the neighboring town. That's where the false priest, the one who oversees this battle, is living. Tosaka makes an evil smile. It looks like she's having fun dragging me around while I don't know anything. It might be prejudice, but I'm beginning to feel like there's a problem with her personality. Wabba wabba. We walk through the nighttime town. It's past 1 in the morning and there's no one out at this time. The lights in the house are out and only the street lamps illuminate the silent town. Hey Tosaka, are you planning to walk to the neighboring town? Yeah, the buses and the trains have stopped running. A walk at this night is a good once in a while, right? I see that. If I may ask, do you know how long it takes to get there? Well, it should take about an hour walking if it gets late. We can always take a taxi. I don't want to waste that kind of money, and besides, what I mean is, it might be dangerous for girls to walk around at this time like this. You know it's dangerous, right? I want to be responsible if something happens. Don't worry, no one's gonna mess with us. You may be forgetting, but Saber is really strong. Oh, she's right. Whoever it is, if someone attacks her, they will be counterattacked viciously. Wait, what was Shiro saying? I did not quite understand. Well, he was just making a big misunderstanding or being plain stupid. He's single helpless if some pervert appears. What? Shiro's my master, I should be protecting him instead. I don't think he's thinking about that sort of thing. He seems unconcerned about Meiji and servants and all. I kind of wonder what's going on in his head. Tosaka and Saber now know each other well enough to talk to each other. Saber has been silent ever since I stopped her from going out dressed like she was. She said she wouldn't take off her armor, so I made her wear a raincoat, and she's been quiet ever since. Now she follows me and only speaks to Tosaka. Wait, where are you going, Emi? Isn't that the wrong way? We need to get to the bridge, right? Then this will be a shortcut. I don't want to walk alongside them, so I quickly make my way to the small side road. They follow me without objection. We come into a park. We have to come across the bridge to go to the neighboring town of Shinto, but... Wow, I didn't know about this road. I see since you can get to the bridge from the park, all you have to do is head from the park. Tosaka looks up at the bridge, talking happily. Maybe just because it's nighttime. Tosaka's face looks up at the bridge, seeming even more beautiful than at school. I'm troubled. Let's go. We didn't come here to play around. I hurry. Tosaka-san, who is still standing in the park, and makes my way up the stairs. Once we reach the road alongside the bridge, Shinto will be right straight ahead of us. Right? There's no one on the bridge. That's only natural, as not many people use it even during daytime. It's more normal to use it, the bus or train to get to the neighboring town, so this bridge is rarely used. That's because it's so long, and it carries a fear that it might collapse on you. That must be why this place isn't used for dates, even though it's perfect location-wise. That's stupid, what am I thinking? Sabers follow me silently until suckers walk around beside me. Trying to ignore them, I hurry across the bridge. Hurry across the bridge. Okay. Beyond the bridge, the sucker leads us into the suburbs. One thing about Shinto, only the office buildings in front of the station come to mind, but there are streets from old times once you get away from the station. The suburbs are the most extreme of those. There are hilly roads and a high ground overseeing the sea. As you go further up the hill, there are fewer buildings, and the foreigner's cemetery built up on the slope on the hill can be seen. The church is up here. You must have been there at least once, right? No, I know it used to be an orphanage though. I see them. It'll be your first time today. You should prepare yourself. The priest there is a difficult man to deal with. The circus starts up the hill. Looking up, I can see a building at the top of the hill. A church atop the hill. I never thought we visited a god's house for the first time for a reason like this. Wow, this is really awesome. The church is magnificent. The whole top of the hill must be the church designed as a flat field welcomes me as soon as I reach the top. The church isn't that big, but it is compelling, having over its visitors. Shiva, I will remain here. Huh, why? I can't just leave you when you come up here together. I did not come for the church. I followed you to protect you. If your destination is the church, you should not go any further. So I shall wait here for your return. Saber says clearly. It doesn't seem like she'll budge an inch, so I decided to respect her decision. Alright then I'll be going. Yes, please do not let your guard down, whomever you are facing, master. Ah, door. It is a large, impressive chapel. Since it's so large, many people must have come here during the day. If he's entrusted with such a church, the priest here must be a man of character. Nasaka, what kind of person is the priest here? He's kind of hard to explain. I've known him for 10 years, but I still can't grasp his character. You've known him for 10 years. That's a pretty long relationship. Is he a relative of yours or something? He's not my relative, but he's my guardian. On top of that, he's my senior as an apprentice and my second teacher. Senior as an apprentice? You mean apprentice as a magus? That's right, but why are you so surprised? Because he's a priest. Aren't priests forbidden to use magic? But the nature as a magus and the church cannot be in harmony. The organization that made you belong to is the Magic Association, and the other side of the religion, the side you wouldn't see while living a normal life, is the Holy Church. The two of them are very similar. They cooperate in name, but they usually try to kill each other when given the chance. The Church hates heretics. They try to eliminate the inhuman, and they counter magic using humans among their targets. For the Church, miracles are only given to the chosen holy saints, and miracles handed by other people are heretics. There are no exceptions, even for those within the Church. The higher ones rise in the Church, the more one is prohibited from the impurity of magic. And for a follower entrusted with a church like this, and the more divine protection one receives, the more one should stray away from magic. Now first of all, is a priest here on our side? Yes, he is the one who supervises the Holy Grail War after all. He's a real ancient. Well, I don't know if he has divine protection though. Josaka's footsteps echo as she approaches the altar. It's bad manners to do that when the priest isn't here, but so late at night, he won't be in the chapel, so if he's anyway, it'll be in the private room in the back. So who's the priest? You said a name like, Kotami before? His name is, Kotami, Kiri. He's a student of my father's, and we've had an insufferable relationship for 10 years now. Well, I wish I'd never met him, though. I feel the same way. I do not want an apprentice who did not respect a teacher. A footstep. He must have noticed that entry as he slowly approaches from the other side of the altar. Hello. You didn't answer my repeated calls, and now you bring a strange guest. So he's the 7th one, then? Right, he's a magus, but he's pretty much a beginner, so I just couldn't let him be. I believe it was the rules to report here when one becomes a master, right? It's a rule you invented, but I'll follow it this time. Very well, then I must thank this young man. The priest calls Katami slowly turns to me. Without realizing it, I step back. He's not scary at all. I don't feel any hostility from him. But this priest, he still has a presence that makes the around him feel heavy. I'm Katami Kiri, the one entrusted with this church. What is your name, Seventh Master? Emiya Shiro, but I haven't agreed to this master thing yet. I glare back at the priest, trying not to lose against his presence. Emiya Shiro? Huh? The weight of my back tilts into a chill. The priest slowly smiles as he's met someone pleasant. That smile, it makes me... I thank you, Emiya. You brought her in here. If it were not for you, she would not have come. The priest makes his way towards the altar. Tosaka moves away from the altar and stands beside me. Then let us start, Emiya Shiro. You are Saber's master, correct? That's wrong. I certainly made a contract with her, but I don't understand this whole Master and Holy Grail war thing. If a master should be a proper magus, then you should go and choose someone more suitable. I see. This is serious. Does he really know nothing, Rin? I told you he's a beginner. Train him from the very start. The first steps, will you? You're really good at that, right? Tosaka urges the priest. Oh, I see. That's how it is, huh? I understand. This is the first time you've ever depended on me. Emiya Shiro, I can never thank you enough. Father, Katami laughs. The conversation makes me feel uneasy. First, let's just correct the misunderstandings. Listen, Emiya Shiro, Master is not a role you can be given to someone else, nor is it something you can stop being once you are chosen. Those who have those command spells carved on them cannot resign from being a Master. You must accept that fact. Why can't I quit? The command spell is a holy mark. Becoming a Master is a trial placed upon you. You cannot escape it just because it's an inconvenience. You cannot be released from that pain until you obtain the Holy Grail. If you wish to retire from being a Master, all you can do is obtain the Holy Grail and wish for it. If you do that, everything will be as you desire, Emiya Shiro. Your wishes, even clearing out all the mud inside of you, is possible. Yes, it is even possible to start everything over again. Therefore, you should desire it. If the time comes, you will appreciate being chosen as a Master. If you wish to erase those burns that cannot be seen, all you have to do is accept that holy mark. What? I feel dizzy. The priest's words don't make any sense. They're just confusing me even more as I listen. But still, his words soak into my brain and clot me like blood. Kiri, don't go off topic. I asked you to tell him the rules. I didn't ask you to open his old wounds. A voice cuts in. Tosaka? That occurs on my dizzy head. I see. It is pointless to say anything to those kinds of people. So I was trying to take away his morality while he was still misunderstood. Huh. I guess it's true that compassion is not good for others, and I rather enjoyed it too. What? Does it do good to help him? Of course, helping him means saving yourself in the end. Well, it won't do any good to preach to you now. So let us return to the main topic, Emiya Shiro. The battle you have been dragged into is called the Holy Grail War. Have you learned from Rin that this is an all-out battle between seven masters using 7 servants? I did. It's something ridiculous. It's some ridiculous thing where 7 masters kill each other, right? Indeed, but we are not committing these inhuman acts because we want to. Everything is a ritual to determine who is most suitable to receive the Holy Grail. Because of its greatness, we require trials to determine its owner. What trials? I bet this priest doesn't think that this Holy Grail thing as a trial. Hold on, you keep saying Holy Grail War, but what is it? You can't possibly mean that's your Holy Grail, right? The Holy Grail, a Grail said to have received the blood of the Christ. It is considered to be one of the greatest holy relics, and said to be capable of many miracles. The most common rumor about it is that the one who obtains the Holy Grail will obtain the world, but that's just an invention. After all, the Holy Grail itself is almost something that exists, but doesn't exist. A Holy Grail that makes wishes come true certainly appears in many folklore and legends around the world, but that's it. A fictional power that doesn't exist and isn't possible, that is the Holy Grail. So answer, Kotomi, Kiri, is the Holy Grail we're talking about really the Holy Grail? Of course, the Holy Grail that appears in this town is a real as a proof. The great miracles of the servants has occurred, summoning and controlling past heroes. No, a miracle close to resurrecting the dead is almost a sorcery. The Holy Grail with this much power shall grant its owner unlimited power. The objective's unreality is worthless in front of that truth. What if you wish for the Holy Grail to no longer exist? What happens then? Or like the Holy Grail has never existed? Well, if it just never existed, that means your wish doesn't exist, so that causes a loop. How about you wish for it to not exist any longer then? So, and for him to lose all his powers. He, means that even if it's fake, it doesn't matter if it has power that would overwhelm even the true Holy Grail. Right. Let's assume there really is a Holy Grail. Then why is it required to do something like the Holy Grail War? Why shouldn't we be killing each other? If the Holy Grail exists, if the Holy Grail is so great, we can share all its power. That is a fair argument, but we do not have such freedom. Only one person can obtain the Holy Grail. That is not something we choose, but the Holy Grail has decided. The Holy Grail decides the seven masters and summons the 7 servants. I told you this is a ritual. The Holy Grail chooses the people suitable to obtain it and selects its appropriate owner by making them fight for it. Okay. So I have to kill Tosakura no matter what, I'm guessing? Chosen by the Holy Grail, those chosen by the Holy Grail kill each other to obtain it. The priest speaks plainly. I have no rebuttal, and I look down at my left hand. There is the mark that they call the summoning, the command spell. It must mean that as long as I have this mark, I cannot quit being a master. I'm not convinced, even though only one person can be chosen. I don't like the idea that all we can do is to kill the other masters. Hold on, you're under misunderstanding. If you think that you have to kill them, there's no reason to kill the masters. But you said we have to kill each other. Kotami said so too. You will kill each other. You be quiet, Kiri. Now the Holy Grail in this town is in spirit's form. It's not something with form, so it's something we have to call forth for a special ritual, meaning we have to materialize it. We can call for it as a magus, but since it's in spirit's form, we cannot reach it. Do you understand what this means? Yeah, only spirits can touch the spirits, right? Oh, that's why you need servants. Exactly, to put it simply, the goal of the Holy Grail War is to eliminate all the servants except your own, so there's no rule that you have to kill the masters. Oh, okay. Man, you could have just told me that earlier. Honestly, Tosaka and this priest were being mean. Now I'm relieved, so even if we enter this Holy Grail, well, Tosaka's not going to die. I see, I guess that is one way to think. Then, let me ask you, Amiyashiro, do you think you can be your own servant? Beat Saber? That's impossible. In the first place, magic is useless against her and she's skilled with her sword. Then, let me ask you one more thing. It is a boring question, but do you think you're superior to your servant? What was he saying? I can't beat Saber, so there's no way I'm superior to her. For this question, my answer will be saying that I'm weaker to her servant, so oh. That's right. Servants are hard to defeat even with a servant, so what should you do? See, it's such a simple solution. Servant can only exist with a master. No matter how powerful the servant is, the servant will disappear if the master dies, so that's right, it's the natural solution. No one would choose to take it the hard way. If you want to win, the most effective way is to kill the servant, but would be to kill their master instead. Okay, I understand that killing the master is an effective way to eliminate the servant, but then if the servant gets killed, does that mean that does that make someone not a master anymore? Only someone's going to trust the Holy Grail, right? Then there's no point to a master that doesn't have a servant. No, the right to be a master still remains as long as you have the command spell. Masters are mages that can form a contract with servants, so as long as you have the command spell, you can form a contract with servants. The servants whose masters are killed do not disappear right away. They can still stay in this world until their magical energy runs out. If such abandoned servants exist, a master with no servants can form a contract with them, and that will allow them to rejoin the war. I see. This is why masters kill other masters, because if you allow them to live, there is a risk that they will uh, impede you in the future. So what if you use up your command spells? Then you will be able to form a contract with other servants, and the freed servant will go off with someone else too. Wait, that's... Yes, you're right. If you use your command spell, you will be liberated from your duty as a master. However, I do not think a mages exist out of waste a command spell that allows them to use such powerful magic. If there exists such a mages, he isn't even an amateur, but just a chicken. Just awkward. This priest laughs as if he knows what I'm thinking about. I'm annoyed. That priest is making fun of me. I think he's trying to provoke me. You must understand now, so we will finish the explanation of the rules. Well then, let us return to the beginning, Yashiro. You said you have no intention of becoming a master. Do you still feel that way? If you want to abandon your responsibilities as a master, that is fine too. As long as you realize you may use your command spells to end your contract with Saber, in that case I will guarantee your safety until the end of the Holy Grail War. Hold on. Why do you guarantee my safety? I can protect myself. I do not have enough free time to care for you either, but this is one of the rules. I have been dispatched to supervise the repeating Holy Grail War. That is why I must minimize the victims of the war. Protection of the Meiji who lost their claims to be a master is one of my biggest responsibilities as a superior. Repeating Holy Grail War? Hold on, repeating. Does it mean this kind of battle happened many times before? What do you mean the Holy Grail War didn't just start now? Of course not. Do you think such a supervisor would have been dispatched if it were so? The church bears a duty to recover the holy artifacts, as we are the lowest of the special agency, especially if it was our goal to research and recover the True Cross. But here we have a duty to investigate the Holy Grail. We have to investigate the 726th Holy Grail that has appeared in the Far East. We must recover it if it is real and dispute if it is not. 726, that many Holy Grails? Who knows? It just means that it's been at least that many that seemed like one. And one of those is the Holy Grail from the Holy Grail War observed in this town. According to the records, it is said that the first battle occurred about 200 years ago. Since then, the battles between masters have been repeating in a cycle about 50 years. This is the 5th Holy Grail War since the last one was 10 years ago. This will be the shortest cycle yet. Wait, are you guys insane? You guys have been repeating this thing 4 times already? I feel the same way as you said, people have repeated this event many times. Yes. In the past, the Holy Grail Wars were terrible. Masters were driven by their desire, forgot their teachings as a Meiji, and just killed each other indiscriminately. I think you already know, but it is the highest crime for mages to use magic in public, and mages cannot allow their identity to be revealed in public. But masters in the past have violated that. The Magic Association dispatched a supervisor to caution them, but they only made it in time for the 3rd Holy Grail War. The one dispatched this was my father. Do you understand now, boy? Yes, I understand. We need a supervisor. But from what you said, isn't the Holy Grail War fundamentally bad? Oh, how is it bad? Because the past mages were people who broke the rules of the Meiji, right? Then, let's say the Holy Grail War really exists. What will you do if the one who remains is someone who uses the Holy Grail selfishly? It's bad if such a thing is obtained by someone who has no problems with killing others. If it's a job of the association to look after Meiji, then shouldn't you guys be punishing those kinds of people? I question with a little hope. But as expected, Katami Kiri laughs. Of course not. There are no Meiji who will act outside their own interests. We only supervise the rules of the Holy Grail War. We do not care about what happens afterwards. The association is not concerned about what kind of person obtains the Holy Grail. That's ridiculous. What if the master that obtains the Holy Grail is the worst guy possible? It would be problematic, but we can do nothing. We can't do nothing. It is the Holy Grail that chose its owner, and we do not have the power to stop the master who has been chosen by the Holy Grail. It is the Holy Grail that makes wishes come true. After all, the one who obtains it will be able to do as he pleases. But if you do not want that, then all you have to do is win it yourself. That is the most reliable way, isn't it? Kotami is trying to hold back his laughter. It's like he's enjoying my clumsy inability to escape the facts. What's wrong, boy? I think that was a good idea, so will you not accept it? That's none of your business. Anyway, I don't have any reason to fight. I'm not interested in the Holy Grail, and I don't feel like a master. Even if you tell me I am. Oh, so you're not concerned with the winner of the Holy Grail would do? Even if it leads to disaster? That's... I cannot answer that question. Crap, his words are violent. They force the truth out of me whenever I want to or not. That is fine if you have no reason to fight, so you are not troubled by what happened 10 years ago? 10 years ago? That's right, at the end of the Holy Grail War, an unsuitable master touched the Holy Grail. I don't know what the master wished for, but all I know is that the result of the disaster that came afterwards. For an instant, that image of hell flashes in my mind. Hold on, that can't be. It is. It is an event that everyone in this town knows about, Miyashiro. 500 people killed and all wounded, and 134 buildings burned down. That inferno is still unexplained. It was a result of the Holy Grail War. I feel sick. My vision blurs. Am I passing out? I lose consciousness, concentration, I can't focus my eyes. My body stumbles. But I hold myself firm. I hold into my consciousness and by clenching my teeth. I hold back my nausea with the anger boiling up in me. Emi-kun, what's wrong? You appear well. I know it's not a comfortable story, but if you want, we can take a rest for a while. I must have looked terrible. I think it's very rare for Tonosaka to be worried like that. Don't worry, I feel better after seeing your weird face. Hey, what was that supposed to mean? Oh, I have no hidden intentions. I mean it literally, so don't worry about it. Well, fine. Hey, that's worse, you big oaf. The school numbers once student Tosaka Rin smacks me in the head. That does it. Without the nausea and anger go away. Thanks, you really did help, so don't bully me too much. I have a few things to ask about. She looks like she hasn't hit me enough, but she still lets me continue. Oh, you still have questions? Right, let out everything you want to say. She know what to ask, yet he still goes on. Fine, let me sure I won't lose to you. Then I'll ask you. You said this is the 5th Holy Grail War, then. Has anyone ever obtained the Holy Grail? Of course, a sad event like that in a relation doesn't happen every time. Then... Do not be hasty. It is easy to just obtain it. After all, the Holy Grail is managed in the church. If you speak of just touching it, I touch it every day, huh? The Holy Grail is at this church? Of course, it is the only vessel. It is empty, Vin said it earlier, that the Holy Grail is in spirit form. What we maintain is a well-made replica of the Holy Grail. We use this as a catalyst to draw from the real Holy Grail and transform it into a Holy Grail that grants wishes. It's like the relationship between servants and masters, yes? There was indeed a man who obtained the real Holy Grail temporarily using that method. Then, was that Holy Grail real? Then what happened to the guy who obtained it? Nothing. The Holy Grail was imperfectly completed. It was the result of a foolish man affected by a sentiment. With that previous pressing on, the priest narrowed his eyes as if in regret. What do you mean? Didn't the Holy Grail appear? It's easy to just make the Holy Grail appear once the 7 servants are present. The Holy Grail will appear in time. As Vince said, there is no need to kill the masters. But that does not complete the Holy Grail. That thing decides its own appropriate master. For some reason, it cannot be attained by a man who avoided battles. Huh. So that just means you use this to obtain the Holy Grail War without setting matches with other masters. The master who obtained the Holy Grail first in the last war was just a chicken. He just ran away with the Holy Grail, saying that he doesn't want to fight other masters. So saying Tosaka-san looks away from Katomi. No way. Sami Katomi was one of the masters in the last war, and he was retired because he refused to fight in spite of obtaining the Holy Grail. Katomi, you didn't fight? I did until halfway, but I made a bad decision. As a result, I only obtained an empty Holy Grail. Well, I guess that was my limit anyway. Because the other masters were all monstrous, I lost my servant first and was taken under my father's protection. Come to think of it, it was inappropriate for the son of the supervisor to be chosen as a master. Father died at that time. Since then, I've succeeded the role of the supervisor and I protect the Holy Grail at this church. I think you're a master right now, actually, but okay. Saying that, the priest called Kotomi Kiri turns around. Before he stands the symbol of worship. That is the end of our side conversation. The only one qualified to obtain the Holy Grail are those who have servants. When there's only one of you left, the Holy Grail should naturally appear in front of you. Tell me your decision as to if you want to join this battle, the Holy Grail War now. The priest requests my final decision. I'm at a loss for words. I had no reason to fight until just now. Now I have a reason to fight and a will to fight. But can I really accept that? Are you still undecided? Look, a master is not something you can just be because you want to. We must be training for as a magus, but it was not determined that she would be a master. All that could be decided beforehand was whether to prepare for it or not. Only a mage are to be chosen as master. If you were a magus, you should have already been. You should have been ready. I guess it's gonna be help you say you're not. You only teach for failures in that case. It is really annoying for such a magus to be fighting. So get rid of your command spells now. He doesn't need to ask. Kill. I don't trust you. You're evil. You're dark and twisted. I won't run away. Honestly, this Holy Grail War and Master stuff doesn't seem real to me. But still, if there's any choice between fighting and running away, I'll never run away. The priest said that too. If I'm a magus, I should be ready. That is why I must decide. Even though I'm an amateur, Emiya Shiro is a magus. If I were to decide to become a superhero in the footsteps of Emiya Kirisugu, who have reminded all this time, I'll fight as a master. If the cause of the fight 10 years ago was the Holy Grail War, I can't let it happen again. As if he likes my answer, the priest smiles with satisfaction. Take a deep breath. I've cut away all hesitation. As a man, I said I will fight. From now on, I'll have you do everything going forward with my pride, so I will not go against my word. What? Then I shall approve you as Saber's master. In that instant, the Holy Grail War is accepted. I have proved the battle in this town. From now on, until one master remains, everyone shall follow their pride and compete fully against each other. The priest's voice echoes heavily throughout the church. There was no meaning to that declaration. Only Tazaka and I heard the priest's words. This man merely rang this starting bell at the priest of this church. So it's decided then. I'm going home, but can I ask you a question too? I don't mind. This might be the last time, so I shall answer more questions. Then I shall ask, Kiri, you're the one in charge of looking after this, so you should have information on the other masters. I follow the association rules, so at least tell me what you know. That's troubling. I really want to tell you, but I do not know the details either. Including Emiya Shiro, there are not many legitimate magi this time. There are only 2 masters I know about. 3 if you include Emiya Shiro. Oh, I see. Still, you should know the order they were summoned. You were the supervisor after all. Berserker was first, Caster was second, the rest of you was the same. Archer was yesterday, and Saber was summoned a few hours ago. I see, then that means the Holy Grail War has officially started. Rin, you're not allowed to come to the church until the Holy Grail War is over. The only time it is permitted is when I lose my servant and wish for protection, right? So I pretty much get points deducted if I come here for any other reason. That is correct. You may become the victor, but the church will not ignore the point deduction. They will take the Holy Grail away from you after such a boring discussion. That would be the worst case scenario for me. You fake priest. A person on this side of the church supporting the Magic Association? I am serving God. That does not mean I'm serving the church. Whatever. That's why you're fake. And Nozaka turns her back to the priest. After that, she just makes her way to the exit without saying goodbye. Hey, is that okay? Tazaka, he was your fellow pupil, right? So, shouldn't there be more a proper farewell? I don't care. I'd rather feel relieved from breaking ties to him. More importantly, you shouldn't leave too. You have no business here now. Okay. Tazaka walks across the floor without stopping and really leaves. I start to sigh and follow her, and then I feel a presence behind me and turn around. Ah. The priest was be standing before I knew it. He's looking down at me. What else do you have to say? I back off as I say so. Just as I thought, I don't like him. Maybe we're just incompatible or something, but I can't get myself to like him. If you don't have anything else to say, I'm going. I make my way to the door trying to escape his stare. As I go. Rejoice, boy, your wish has finally come true, the priest says as if declaring an article. Aren't those words the same things I haven't yet realized? What are you saying all of a sudden? You should know, your wish will not come true unless there is certain evil. Clear evil. Even if it is not something you can approve of, a superhero requires the wisdom to defeat. I feel like everything has turned black. The priest said it. The greatest wish and the ugliest wish I have are the same. It's a desire to possess something is at the same time none other than the wish for something to violate it. But there's no way I would wish for something like that. I don't remember from a moment when I wished for that. Such an insincere wish. Just means that the target's ideals are inconsistent. But the priest says, as as if piercing my heart, good thing you have an enemy now. Now you don't need to gloss over it. Ruby's not right for a human being. Ah. I shake off the priest's words and walk to the door. Farewell, Emiyashiro. This will be my last warning, but take care of you on your way home. Your worlds will change completely from now on. You are now at the point of kill or be killed. You are now a master. Ah! As soon as I leave, the pressure on my shoulder lifts. Certainly you could say that getting away from the priest helped, but Tono Saka standing out there in her uniform with the blonde-haired girl and the raincoat standing near her makes a strong, well-matched sight that somehow takes the pressure off me. Saber's silent as always. She's looking at me as if she is interested in the decision I made. Let's go. We're going the same way until we get back to town. Tasaka starts walking. Following after her, we leave the church as well. Where are you sleeping? The three of us ascend the mountain together. We didn't talk much on the way there, but there's even less to talk about now. Even as dull as I am, I know why. After what just happened at the church, I truly became a master. And that must mean the reason Tasaka is walking a little apart from us. I understand that. I understand, but I don't like thinking about Tasaka like that. Tasaka, is your servant okay? Huh? Oh yeah, Archer's okay, though it doesn't seem like the damage caused by Saber will heal fast, so I don't think I'll be able to materialize him for a while. And he's not with you right now? No, he's taking shelter at my house right now. He'll be at a disadvantage if he's attacked by the servants right now, so I make him stay ready at a place of strength. I see. Unlike my house, I bet Osaka's house is well prepared against attack. A house like a great fortress for mages, they will not lose as long as they stay there. That must mean enemies will not attack you as long as you stay at your home grounds. I see. The boundary field at my house is really an alarm against intruders, but even that, having that makes a huge difference. Oh yeah, Tosaka, that guy said he was a supervisor of the Holy Grail War. Does he mean he knows your servant? He shouldn't, I haven't told him. I see, you guys seem to have a good relationship, so I thought so. Hey, Emiya-kun, I've warned you now. Don't tell anyone your servant's identity. Keep it secret from people you trust, or you'll end up exiting this battle early. What do you mean Saber's identity? What? I mean it is which hero the servant is. No matter how strong someone is, maybe if you reveal your potential, you'll surely be beaten someday. It's fine it's fine, so have Saber tell you her real name later on. You should understand what I mean then, just though, hang on, you're like this, so it might be better if she didn't tell you. Why? Because you can't keep secrets, you'll be able to keep a secret better if you don't know about it. Hey now, what do you think I am? I can take care of myself. Really? Then, do you have anything you're hiding from me? Huh? Anything I'm hiding from you, that's... I say as my face fires up. I don't have any guilty conscience, but well... What kind of a mind character is something I'm hiding from her? See? I don't know what you're hiding, but it's not good if you show it on your face. If you have other good aspects, so don't worry about it. Then what about you? If you're hiding it from that priest, does that mean you don't trust him? Kiri? Hardly. I'm not crazy enough to trust him. He's a Jew who transferred from the church to the magic association without quitting the church. He'll help you sound my information to the other masters. Shosaka says with annoyance. It seems she really doesn't trust that priest. I'm a bit relieved, but still, her words do seem hold a bit of affection. And we pass the bridge. There's no conversation between us now. The cold air and our cold breath. A faint sound of flowing water and the wind street lamps that light up the bridge. Small things like that are engraved into my memory. Only I don't think about looking at Tosaka, who's walking next to me. Right now, it seems walking on the bridge at night together like this is more precious than seeing her face. Me, Tosaka, and the girl called Saber I know nothing about. We three walk without doing much. Okay. We reach that intersection. The intersection that leads to our house is the place where we must part with Tosaka. Okay, bye. With parting here, I'll repay my debt and it would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. We should part and become enemies from tomorrow on. It might be it might be to end the ambiguous position we are in right now. Tosaka starts talking and suddenly cuts off. From that I realized she did not explain the rules to me out of any sense of obligation. She just supported me, understand the situation I'm in, and acted fairly. So things are back to normal once explanations are over. I will just be her target as a master now. But if so, what she just said was strange. Tosaka must have meant that it would be difficult to fight if she feels empathy for me. Was to target everything that happened tonight must have been necessary. It would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. If she's going to say something like that, she should have just left us alone from the beginning. Tosaka's smart, so she should know all that too well, but she still set aside all her thoughts of loss or gain and helped me out. So what happened tonight was totally out of good faith. The Tosaka in front of me is too different from how she is at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and she's so difficult that I want to scream out. Man, it feels like a fraud, yet still, Tosaka Rin is just how everyone thought she was. I see, Tosaka, you really are a good person. What are you saying all of a sudden? That won't go easy on you if you even if you flatter me. I know that. She won't go easy on me, and that's why she said it'll be hard bother if she feels empathy for me. I know, but I don't want to be enemies with you if I can help it. I like people like you. What? Tosaka will sign up for some reason. I hear Tosaka's house is the western style district in the opposite direction to my place. Since she's taking care of me until now, I would like to walk her home, but... anyway, just run to the church if your servant ever gets killed. If you do, at least your life will be safe. I won't like it, but still, I'll take that advice. It won't happen though. How I look at it, I'll die before Saber does. I calmly analyze the situation. Phew. Tosaka reacts strangely once again. After getting outside, she glances at Saber. Alright, I won't give any more warnings because that would really be empathy. Just be careful. Even though Saber is strong, it won't matter if her master gets killed. She turns back and starts walking, but as if she seems to have girls her feet stop in their tracks. Tosaka? The instant I call out to her, my left hand throbs in pain. Hey, have you finished talking? A young voice echoes through the night. The voice like a song is unmistakably that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. I don't know when the clouds parted, but a bright moon is now shining in the sky there. Sky? Oh, it's her. Is that Berserker? A long shadow. There's a strange shade that shouldn't be here in this pale town of shadow images. Berserker. Tosaka mumbles a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. I don't even need to ask. The thing is definitely a servant, and at the same time an overwhelming sense of death, exceeding even the one in the fight 10 years ago. Good evening, Noni-chan. It's the second time we met like this. The girl smiles as she says so. The instant sends a chill down my spine. Now, no, spine is an understatement. Not just my body, but my mind freezes as well. I think it's a monster. I'm not staring at it, but just its presence makes me unable to move. I understand naturally that I will die the instant I move even a muscle. If it feels like a knife is pushed against my naked chest, still I feel nothing. Probably because that's too little hope of me getting out of this alive. Opia and impatience are drowned by hopelessness, so I don't feel a thing. Crap, he's totally on a different level. Unlike me who's paralyzed, Osaka has the composure to stand ready, but it will come to nothing. Even though I can only see her back, I can sense the despair she's feeling. Huh? Oh, you're someone is taking a rest. That's no fun. I thought I'd kill you both at once. The girl stays unhappy as she looks down at us both from the top of the hill. We're in even a worse situation now. The girl knows Osaka's servant is not here, and then he moved. The girl bows unsuitably for the situation. Nice to meet you, Reed. I am Ilya. You should work it out. If I make that Ilya Yas Visa Vol Edisbud. Ensburn. Tosaka's body moves slightly as she seems to recognize the name. Perhaps she likes Tosaka's reaction as the girl smiles happily and... Then I'll kill you. Go ahead, Berserker. She ordered the straight shape behind her as if she's singing. The large body flies through the air. The thing called Berserker comes flying down from the whole distance from the top of the hill. Shiro, stay back! Saber runs, her raincoat comes off and my vision is blocked for a second. Saber runs to Berserker's landing spot and Berserker lands with a huge thud at the exact same moment. The air trembles. Saber stops Berserker's greatsword with her invisible sword. Saber makes a pain's face. There. Berserker's gigantic sword flashes like a whirlwind. A great thunderous roar. The crash of steel that almost tears the air results in the defeat of Saber. What? Indefeatable Saber. Oh. She lost? A sliding sound, even though she blocks a Berserker's drown sword, she's driven back with the sword that she used to block it. Cute. Saber's posture collapses. The lead-colored summon chases after her. The grey figure swings his giant sword as if it's the only thing he knows how to do. Saber doesn't have time to dodge it and blocks it with her sword. It does not matter if Saber's sword is invisible or not. Each of Berserker's attacks is a fatal one that must be blocked with all her might. Therefore Saber has to stay on the defense. For her, the only chance of victory is to find the means of attack in between Berserker's attacks. But that's only if Berserker leaves an opening. The Blackrock sword is just like a storm. With just such a large body and with such a large sword, yet Berserker is moving faster than Saber. The attacks he sends are flying swings with no technique to them. But that's enough. If there's overwhelming power and speed, there's no room for technique. Techniques are something humans invented to compensate for their weakness. Weaknesses are things that giants don't have. Run. I'm murmuring with my frozen body. That thing cannot be defeated. Someone will be killed if we go on like this. So she should run away. It would be easy for her to run away if it were just her. She should know that already. Oh, that's bad. My body is numb, but maybe that's why my mind is so calm. The storm of death that strikes without pause. Unable to take all the attacks, Saber retreats at this time. The final blow that cannot be blocked is swung. Saber's body rises. She manages to defend against Berserker's drown sword even in a bad posture. But that's only to avoid a fatal wound. She could have braced herself to totally block the giant sword, and the impact blows her away. Yeah, she falls her body drawing a giant arc. Before she falls on her back, Saber turns into mid-air and lands on her feet. Ugh. She manages to recover, but red blood is running down her chest. That's how stupid of me. I was forgetting something important. I don't know how much of a servant ever could fight in one day, but this is already her third battle. On top of that, Saber has the wound on her chest inflicted by Lancer. Saber moves as if to protect her chest. Berserker moves and slashes like a raging wind at the wounded Saber and receives many attacks on his back. Yeah, still Esberg. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but Berserker's body explodes from Tosaka's spell. Judging from the magical energy given out, the magic directly hitting Berserker must be an impact close to that of a high caliber pistol. But even that is meaningless. It doesn't even scratch Berserker's body. He isn't a nullifying magic like Saber. It's just that the magic is not doing any damage. Yeah, what kind of ridiculous body does he have? But Sasaka does not stop casting, but Berserker knows Sasaka's spells and charges at Saber. Saber raises her head in pain. She holds her sword up still to fight. That gets my body to move again. No, run Saber! I yell with all my might. Hearing that, she faces the enemy she cannot be compared to. There's no end to Berserker's attacks. Saber's body stings every time she blocks the blow, and she slowly approaches her final moment. But still, where in that small frame does she get all that power? Saber doesn't retreat. She blocks the surging waves of the giant sword and tries to drive back Berserk with her willpower. There was no chance for victory. The where she's holding her ground looks bizarre, as she is should and know she'll be defeated if she keeps going. Maybe it sensed something in her posture. The biggest silent up until now was a blow impossible to block. The blow that even swings to Saber's blow away. The sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood spills out. In that pool of blood with a body that should not be able to get up. Ag. She stands up unconsciously. It's as if she's saying that I would be killed if you didn't do so. That makes me realize that's how much a fool's my choice was. The right one? Berserker stopped after defeating Saber. Without paying attention to Miyo Tasaka, it waits for its master's order on top of the hill. Ha! There's no way you would be able to beat him. My Berserker is the greatest hero of Greece. Greatest hero of Greece, you must mean? Yes, the one who stands in there, there is a devil called Hercules. He's the worst monster there is, on a different level from the heroes you guys can summon. The girl who calls herself Ilya narrows her eyes cheerfully. There are eyes of joy and a bounty finish of her enemies. I don't even need to say who the one getting killed are. Say we'll be killed right here. Then what am I going to do? Am I going to fight that monster in her place? I can't do that. Just approaching that thing without being prepared would stop my heart. Can I strengthen Saber? I run with Osaka. Save Saber. Running will kill me, so let's try to save Saber. I can't abandon someone who needs help. Emiya Shiro has chosen to live like that, and most importantly, I can't leave that girl who fought to protect me. Alright, Berserker's shield regenerates, so bring her down in one blow. Berserker resumes his action. I run with all my strength. There's no way I can do anything against that monster, so the least I can do is push Saber away and save her from Berserker's attack. Okay, I fall. Why? I was gonna push Saber away and get Saber away from Berserker and think about what to do after that, so why? Why? Why am I on the ground unable to breathe? I hear shocked voices. First is from Saber, who's right in front of me, and Tosaka is astonished at a distance. And for some reason, Ilya, who is looking down at me dumbfounded, is also surprised. Huh? I'm missing my stomach. I'm on the ground. On the asphalt are a small number of blood compared to the wound, soft-looking organs, bones, and many other things like that. I see. How stupid of me. In short, I didn't make it in time. Yes, it was impossible to push Saber out of the way, so I just shielded her, and my stomach was blown apart by that sword. Gee, Geez, I'm ashamed of myself for falling even in a situation like this. I've been working hard to become a superhero, but I keep making mistakes when it really counts. Why? The silver-haired girl asked in a daze. After standing there, dumbfounded for a while, that's enough. This is boring. Without finishing off Saber, she calls Berserker back. Then I'll kill you if I see you again. The girl leaves. Am I dead? Or am I not gonna die? After watching her leave, my vision cuts out. Eh? My consciousness fades away. I really can't recover this time. Oh, I'm dead. I was somehow saved when I was killed by Lancer, but that won't happen again. There, there's probably no magic that can save a person who has uh lost most of their stomach. What what were you thinking? Don't you know I can't save you again? I hear an angry voice. It's probably Tosaka. She seemed really angry and I'm sorry, but it can't be helped. It's not like I couldn't do anything like Tosaka. All I could do was with my body, so that's why the only thing I could do was to use my body to shield Saber. Da bang. Ah! Well the game just crashed. The game just crashed. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. The game just crashed. Is that how it's when I get a bad hit the game just crashes? Okay. Fine, I guess I run away. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'll get away from this place. If Tsuba can't beat that monster, she will certainly be killed if I let her continue fighting. If that's the case, Tosaka, this way. I take Tosaka's hand and start running. If we're that girl's target, she'll definitely come after us. Then Saber will survive and we have no chance of surviving. Two, if we run to a place with more people. Hey, you can't turn your back on him, huh? The hand I grabbed is shaken off. And in a flash, Tosaka moves between me and that thing, as if to defend my defenseless backhand. Gigi has a chest pierced through by my giant sword. Tosa, I can feel my face stiffening as I turn around. I hear a pained voice. Tosaka coughs up blood and looks down at the sword in her chest. Man, what was I doing? Does she mean trying to protect me or trying to attack the berserker? Tosaka tilts her head in wonder as if she knew it was useless from the start and the church, go to Kiri. Leaving those words she's thrown to the ground. Ah, my body reacts before I can think. The black giant stands before me. Using the opponent when an opportunity when he's threw Asaka away. Ah, I run desperately like an animal through rings of fire. Okay. Oh, he ran away. Hee. That's cute. Oni-chan, you think you can get away from Berserker? I run. The only thing in my head is Sasaka's words. The church, I have to get to up the hill and go to the church. Okay. And go to church and ask for help from Kotomi. I have to do it. Or Sasaka will die. Or Saber will die too. Or I won't be able to save them and I too will a blow in the back. Not with a sword. The giant struck me with his arms like a bush hammer. Am I gonna die again? Huh? Geez, you're useless. I told you not to kill him easily, but you can't do a simple thing, you good for nothing. I'll kill you to your last one if you disobey my orders again. Uh, huh? Still alive? He's still not, even though he was thrown all the way there. I can't breathe. My backbone is smashed. I can't breathe. I see you're alive, Oni-chan. You still can't use magic, but I guess there was a reason you were chosen as a master. Good. There'd be no point in coming to Japan if it was like this. Yeah. But I can't move. You can't call me alive anymore. I am fire. Ah! No, I won't let you die that easily. I have to hurt you more and teach you how wonderful your life was up until now. The silver girl holds my hand. Her cold, white fingertips freeze my skull. Ah! In that instance when I am turned into something that is not me. Foo, I'll turn you into an ugly doll that can't even die. Only China's going to take Yasuagi's place from now on. I wish with my last thoughts for Tosaka and Saber to be safe. What? Is a strange hint corner. If you would like to beat the game by yourself or you would like to, please be warned. Oh, okay? Hello, I'm okay. A dreamlike rescue corner that trains people who die easily. And I'm Ilya, keeping, taking it out here, help me out of compassion, even though I don't have to be here. Yeah, you too. Senior student, your name in this dojo is senior student. Ow, it's throwing me back. The demonic sword Toba, Shina, is a fearsome indeed. Toba Shina has been added to the weapon director. Okay. Huh? Did you hear a noise just now? No? Anyway, what is this theme this time? I don't know what that is. That's you, right? Yes, our topic this time is about the bad endings. It's sudden, but you die easily in Fate if you let your guard down. Everyone basically shows no mercy. It's proper practice to save every time you reach a choice. Shiva's life every day is a scramble filled with red lights. Yeah, only China's always unguarded as I thought, and I have to protect him. Chest. Ouch, Master. That Shinai really hurts. Please use a bit more gentle, Shini. Request denied. A girl like you killed out of love should run a dojo 3 times at once. What time against anything tiring? You don't want this tiger stamp? Right, I go. Well, the cause of your death this time is considered to run away from that very dangerous kid. This could be. Well, wait, is my game broken? Step on his tail and drive away. I don't be called a tiger. Which is it? I guess a bit more training. I didn't want to run away. What the fuck? Okay. I was playing an intro and it broke.
Step
Oh, so I got a bad ending because it broke when I tried to play the intro. Amazing. Well, okay then. I guess I need to ask what that intro was, but whatever. Uh, yeah. That should be for this time though.